after the congestion went away, it's just like, well, here's this cough. Well, that's not going away for a while.
No, my coughs tend to linger on, my wayward son.
Yeah, me too.
Turn down for what? Oh, now it's down too far.
No, I got a pocket full of miracles. There's just cough drops galore.
Fucking Ricolas. They're the best.
No. These are Halls.
I never liked the Halls as much.
No, they're bad.
Your drink that you made for
Yourself.
the Ryan Kennedy Drink Wizard segment looks surprisingly like these are going to look like.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm glad we did that. Like I was telling Kyle, I'm glad we did this week when I am still recovering from a cold, so that I don't kill myself.
So,
again.
I haven't looked at the fucking docket at all.
Don't worry about it. The rundown for this week surprisingly does not really resemble the document that we put together all that much, because there's some surprise things, but some things I added in that I thought would be a good idea thematically.
I feel I should make the gentle listeners aware because they can't see the table. This damn hipster brought out a pocket watch instead of his cell phone so he can keep track of the segments.
You bought me this pocket watch.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Got her number.
We've got the sweet bitch punishment glass out on the table. Hopefully we won't have to use it.
What's that for again? Is it
punishment?
But is it like anytime you say something that needs to be cut, or like
no?
What is worthy of punishment?
When you do bad things, sometimes maybe you'll get called out for something. And if two men at the table say that
you're being a
bitch, you gotta drink the sweet bitch.
You know when Albetsky just rambles on and won't.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is though. Eventually we're gonna run out, and we're gonna need to get more. And I don't think I can do that.
Yeah,
it's all right. The guy doesn't card me anymore for sweet bitch. I can just buy it on my own.
It's just the worst. All right, so we're gonna make these.
The
first thing we're gonna do today first we're going to gas up the hype train and declare that this is the Hell of the Breakfast Show, and then we can do.
This is where the theme music comes.
This is where the theme...
the theme music now.
Studio. It's very autumnal now here in sunny
Orlando, California.
Oh, California. Because that's a real place that exists. We have a new co-host to the studio, and I don't think I like it. But
oh god,
it
took me a second to realize what you were talking about.
It took me a second to realize that inflatable Teddy is just staring us all down.
Best pre-order bonus I've ever seen.
Ugh. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're going to make these drinks. We're dropping shots of Fireball whiskey into.
Now, do we drop the glass?
I'm gonna drop the whole glass. Yeah.
Okay.
There might be some splashback, but be careful. Maybe let's take a sip off the top of these first.
Nope.
Okay.
Now, do we pound it or
no? Don't pound it. Just enjoy it.
Okay.
And drop into the Angry Orchard.
And go.
Not bad.
I
Excellent.
won the spillage.
Ryan won spillage. No sweet bitch.
A little bit. A little
bit of spill. It's okay. It's a plastic table and it's a shitty tablecloth.
That's what it's there for.
So let's bottoms up. Or not bottoms up, but cheers to autumn in sunny Orlando, California, Florida.
Lovely.
It's a treat.
That's actually extremely good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you not had this before?
Oh god, no. I only drink shit.
No, it's a good idea. It's people do it.
This is an autumnal beverage.
It's very autumnal. Ryan,
yes.
What the fuck is that? Because it looks strikingly similar to what we got going on here.
We should explain to our gentle listeners that the rules have changed.
Oh, the rules have changed?
Well, you informed me that the rules have changed.
Did I?
Last night when we were all sitting around the warm campfire watching men football, whatever. Albetsky told me that I was dangerous.
Manball.
Albetsky informed me that I was dangerously close to Sharknadoing myself.
I believe what I said was you're dangerously close to #Sharknadoing.
I tried to protect you, but fine.
Yeah.
The idea being that I was trying too hard to be awful and was just... I was jumping the shark. So instead we're going to rewind the clock a little bit. We're going to go back to those halcyon first couple of weeks where I was just making things I wanted to make.
Roll back the rock to the dawn of time.
And sing this song with me, just as John Goodman foretold. So what we have in here is we have cream soda, apple juice, and Mr. Boston peach-flavored brandy.
Mr. Boston!
Mr. Boston.
Mr. Boston.
All that $4 can buy.
What an asshole.
Smells like liquor.
I'm sure it does.
Usually does. I think my drink's better than yours.
Your mom's better than yours.
Taste this.
What? Okay.
You said it was Mr. Boston's
peach-flavored brandy.
And cream soda.
And apple
cream
juice.
soda. That's
going to be very sweet.
I can see. I mean, so is this.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. It's a little sweet for my taste, but it's
I could probably put in more apple juice.
Well, cream soda in general is a little sweet for my taste.
I don't
putting more apple juice in there would
taste
not
most
help.
of the apple juice.
No, I taste the cream soda. I really don't taste the whiskey either, or the brandy rather. Sorry,
maybe a little bit.
Could use a little more alcohol, I think.
But he's ill. We'll give him the benefit
Oh,
of the
good.
doubt
He's ill, and I just drank out of his glass. Fantastic.
No, don't worry about it.
I win.
You do.
It was him. Oh,
God damn it!
You drank out of the other side of the glass. Though.
Yeah,
I watched you.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right, drinking all your backwash. The wrestling rundown with 2 W's this week. Do we even want to bother? Is there anything to talk about?
What happened last week?
I don't even remember. Did we watch Raw last week?
Before we even get into that, let's recap our hit list and see did we actually do the things we said we were going to do.
Yes, of course.
I don't even remember what was on my hit list.
No, I was playing for time. I do actually remember what was on my hit list. Some of it is going to come up, I hope, in the cast. Kyle and I both played a shit ton of Ultimax.
Yep,
granted we only had the one day to do it, but we put like a solid 4.5 hours.
We got pretty deep in.
I watched the first 2 OVAs of Armitage 3. Which is
I don't know what that is.
It's like it will pop up in related videos if you liked Akira. It is. You know how you told me that Akira it was kind of a touchstone picture and you could see everything that took influence?
Yeah.
Armitage is a couple of notches farther up the chain, as in I know all the things it took influence from. It's anime Blade Runner.
I was gonna say, we're not calling it anime Blade Runner.
It follows a detective and a spunky chick Type 3 android who are they're replicants.
What were your other things? I don't even remember.
It was Ultimax, Armitage, and
the book.
The book. I'm about a third of the
Sheepman Crothers.
Wild Sheep Chase by Haruki Murakami. I'm about a third of the way through it. It's going okay. I found out, much to my chagrin, it's actually the 3rd book in a trilogy. But there is no fucking way I can get the other ones. Like, the second book is...
export only.
No, the second book is a book called Pinball 1973. I checked for it on Amazon. The cheapest I could get it for is $284 for a Japanese copy.
Any way to get a digital copy of that?
No. It's too old.
Piracy. It's got to be out there.
I'm sure it's out there, but what it comes down to is his books can be read standalone. It's just some of his punches are a little less punchy because I'm missing the necessary context.
So, Kyle, what were your things? I don't even remember.
I don't even.
Ultimax was definitely one of them.
Ultimax was one of them.
End of Evangelion.
Did I finish End of Evangelion after the last cast? I think I did.
No, you were going to go home that night and watch it.
Okay, yeah. So that is also what I did.
Okay, so you did that.
And then I just played more Destiny.
Okay, and we both did Super Smash Brothers as well.
Yes, that's true.
Kyle and I we'll be talking about
Wasn't planning on buying it.
We'll be talking about that a little more at length. But we're having a good time with it, and it's solid.
And I just remembered I forgot my 3DS.
Oh well, then we're not going to be playing it tonight. We will be talking about it.
That is too sweet.
The other things that I was doing, I had the Smash Brothers on the 3DS, which I did, and then I was going to do more Metal Gear art, but since we flubbed after the cast last week, and we did not manage to play more Metal Gear Solid, so. Rain check on that.
We were supposed to do it yesterday, but then no.
Yeah, but then that didn't happen either. I did start working on some art though, and I didn't finish it because I don't want to rush it. But I can show you guys my progress later tonight. And sometime soon. Once the 30-day drawing challenge is over, I think I'm actually going to start incorporating a weekly Health Breakfast Art Challenge in the podcast. And our viewers can send in their art, and we can...
We don't have viewers.
Listeners.
Gentle listeners.
Gentle. Fuck you.
I know.
And my last thing was
I'm not your fucking mother.
You're the one who reminded me what it was. I can't.
I only remember
Smash
anal.
Brothers.
Did you try anal?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then you fail.
With Smash Brothers, it was art and
the art was the one you couldn't remember.
Some other thing. Well, it couldn't have been that important.
I don't know. Were you gonna watch something, read something, or play something?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Clearly, it didn't stand out.
I think it was the thing that I actually did, but I can't remember what it was, so fuck it. Something I did do this week, though, is I signed up for Amazon Prime, and apparently...
I couldn't believe you weren't already on it.
Yeah, well, apparently since I had done my trial as a student, the offer to get it at the student rate was still applicable.
It grandfathers in for the first year.
So I was able to, I got it for $49 for the year subscription. And the video service, I haven't spent a whole lot of time exploring it. As far as movies are concerned, I haven't found anything on there that I can't find on Netflix so far. The thing that I like about it is there's Prime Music. And you could sift through tons and tons of albums that are Prime eligible, and you just add them to your library.
So it's basically just like they work a music service.
Yeah, and I like it a lot. And I seriously, I think I doubled the size of my music library about a half an hour today, just going through things and saying, ooh, I want to listen to that, I want to listen to that, I want to listen to that. So
I just want to say...
one thing about Prime Video, though, that you do get is oftentimes, like... it's nice to have a service in which you can probably do this on normal Amazon as well, of just finding a movie that's out on Blu-ray, and you can just pay, you can pay $3 to just watch it.
Yeah.
Can I just say this?
What?
It's a damn shame we're not sponsored by Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, Amazon dicks.
Don't call them
sponsor us. Well, they're dicks because they don't give us money. Oh, fun fact. Our good buddy Steve in Chicago, who's going to be on the show sometime in November. Remember last week I was talking about the Washington Boner Cats sketch?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so it's a Funny or Die. Was it Funny or Die or College Humor? No, God, I can't remember. He even fucking told me. Anyways, Steve is friends with the guy who wrote that sketch.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Exactly. It's kind of fun fact.
Oh shit! I got news. You heard about this?
No, I haven't.
You have no idea.
You haven't said it.
You haven't said anything. So who the fuck knows?
I saw today that Twin Peaks is coming back.
Oh, I did see that. Yes, 9 episodes.
9 episodes.
Okay.
It's going to be set in modern times. You still haven't watched the original Twin Peaks.
Is it directed by Swery? Does it take place in New Orleans? I'm trying to figure out if the worlds have collided yet.
It's going to be David Lynch.
It's David Lynch. He's directing all 9 episodes.
And there's been very little news on it, but the hope is that many original cast members will return. Kyle MacLachlan, hopefully. I love that guy.
I need to finish that series.
Huh? Yeah, no,
I got 4 episodes into season 2.
Well, I would hold out 2 hopes from what I know of
I still
the
have
series.
not watched Fire Walk with Me, and I really do
the 2 hopes I would hold out are, 1, most of the original cast reprises their roles in some way, shape, or form, and they declare Fire Walk non-canon. Are you aware of some of the shit involved with that?
No.
They dropped the majority of the end-season plots due to personnel disputes behind the scenes.
Oh,
they changed love interests.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because somebody had a jealous girlfriend, I think it was. I really can't recall.
Whatever. We should watch Twin Peaks for the cast. That'd be fun.
I heard the Blu-ray's super good.
Yeah.
I'm watching something now, which is on my hit list, so I'll talk about it a little later, which will let me transfer nicely into Twin Peaks, I think. I'll want to fill that hole again.
All right, we're going to skip the wrestling rundown this week unless anybody has anything of critical importance to say right now.
No, not really.
Can you think of anything that fucking matters in wrestling right now?
I think that the Dean Ambrose John Cena angle's dumb.
Fair enough. And hey, they should watch the new Botchamania.
No, the new Botchamania is great.
The new Botchamania is probably the best thing going on in WWE right now.
But no, I just want to make a quick point though that it's just another feud. It's just like the Ambrose Rollins feud's got a ton of heat. And it's great. People
Let's
are
just
super into
shove John Cena in there.
Stick John Cena.
Push Cena.
Okay, I do have a question, and this will not take too much time.
Yeah.
Rewind the clock a year, and it was put guys with John Cena to put those guys over because WWE wears blinders. Is it now put John Cena with guys who are over to put John Cena over? Do they just want to give him something to do?
I don't know. The whole thing with John Cena just kind of seems directionless. They just kind of take him and tack him on whatever they want to be the big thing at the time.
Yeah, he's not.
The only guy.
Everything.
because John Cena's been around forever, and it's like the only guy
where is there
he's
for his
ever
character to go?
It's only
with what they've made.
The only guy who has been around for as long as he has, who he's had consistent feuds with, is Randy Orton. Everybody's so fucking bored of that shit.
You know who I like?
Which is funny because they consistently put on good matches when they do have matches, but it's just like everyone's just so sick of seeing it.
I like it when Cena feuds with Heyman.
That's kind of
they work well off each
best
other.
John
because
Cena
it's
promos.
the Emperor versus Luke Skywalker.
Which is what Bray Wyatt was supposed to be, but Bray Wyatt gets so fucking full of himself.
The best John Cena promos of the past couple of years were when he was going up against Paul Heyman. But we are purposely trying to skip talking about wrestling.
Yeah, but I have things to say.
Are they important things?
I was just gonna tell Ryan that, remember last week they had that promo where, was it Harper or Rowan that they're setting up for a singles run?
Oh, it's Harper.
It's Harper.
Yes, it's
although I heard at house shows they have been still wrestling as a tag team and as the Wyatt family, so it's like they might be seeding something.
The Bray Wyatt pushing Harper promos have been really cool, though.
Yeah, they have been good.
I've enjoyed.
All right, now we can move on.
Okay, so we're going to talk about comics on the internet today for the first time in however many weeks.
Oh Christ!
I tried to stop it, folks. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm gonna go silent for a bit.
No, you've read these.
Oh no, you
have I?
It's cool. Yeah,
we're revisiting an old friend.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, but we're in the month of October now, and it's time to get spooky. You know, it's spooky month. So
have you started Spocktoberfest?
I have started the Spocktoberfest.
Nice.
Yes, a new Spock every day on my Tumblr. Go check that shit out if you've got nothing better to do with your life. I
liked your Argyle Spocks.
Yeah, the Spocks were cool. But no, you know, it's time to be spooky. So we're gonna be spooky for 4 weeks. It's done.
It was vile.
You weren't loving it by the end.
Yeah, no, sickly sweet.
You went from this is better than the thing you made us make to ugh.
No, I'm glad this other thing is here. Thank you.
Go on. So let's talk a little about horror comics. And we're gonna talk about Casey Green a little again today. And the other thing is Emily Carroll. I don't know, Kyle, have you read the Emily Carroll comics yet?
Oh God, no.
I don't believe so.
They are definitely for spooky times though.
Only for true doom murder heads.
Yeah, no, it's good. She writes a lot of good horror comics, and I'll send you a link and you can look at it. This is the episode where Ryan and I call it the Black episode, the one where it's just him and I.
Oh, right. I never ended up listening to that.
Yeah, don't bother.
But Emily Carroll is one of the people we talked about. Emily Carroll and Evan Dom.
Yeah.
Were the two guys that we kind of talked about the most. You actually might like both of that stuff. But anyway, Emily Carroll is it's like when Casey Green just full on goes horror story. Like
he did just recently.
Or if you remember the Casey Green one was Emmy and the Pumpkin. Or it was
I don't think
pumpkins are horse eggs.
No, I haven't read that.
But the Casey Green,
I did read The Box That Grabs You.
The Box That Grabs You. And I'm super excited about this because the post that went with it was something to the effect of, yay October, time for fun horror comics month. And it's like, I love it when he does shit like that, and I really hope it's just going to be single, one-off comics. You think it's going to be The Box That Grabs You Part 2?
Hey kids, it's me, the hairy criminal. Welcome to 16 parts of The Box That Grabs You.
The Box That Grabs You was so good, though.
You only like it because it took you the whole comic to realize it was John Arbuckle.
No, it took me several reads of the comic to realize that it was John Arbuckle. No, you have to be an honest boy.
Have you tweeted him and told him that it's John Arbuckle?
I'm pretty sure he knows.
Oh, okay.
It was intentional.
Was it? Did he?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh God, yeah. No, he's made Garfield comics.
He does Garf. He garfs all the time.
Oh, right. Yeah, he has made a. He did that one with the lasagna recently.
He did that one. I also enjoy the one where the Garfield psychiatrist advises him to look within and take up the art inside. And John gets home and he's killed Odie and just scrawled like fat on the wall. His head turns 180 degrees. I'm not happy, John.
It's really kind of funny to think because one of the best what the fuck comics, I think, in history is the reality Garfield. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
There was comics that actually ran in the Sunday paper that were official canon Garfield comics written by Jim Davis. And I think it was sometime in the late 80s that these happened. And Garfield wakes up in an empty house, starving, and finds, the house has been abandoned for years, and he's all alone and he has no friends and no family, and not even the people that he makes fun of every day are there. And so at the end of this series, and it's like 2 or 3 comics this happens over the course of, he decides to just go back to sleep and dream of his better life. And then it just goes back to regular Garfield comics. And it's like, yeah, so it turns out Garfield is just dying. The entirety of Garfield is a fantasy in the head of a cat that is starving to death in an abandoned house.
I can't deal with that.
Those kind of way overreaching concepts are a little...
Jim Davis wrote that, though.
Jim Davis
fucking hates Garfield, first of all.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I know he fucking loves Garfield minus Garfield.
Jim Davis thinks that Garfield without Garfield is funnier than Garfield, and he is correct.
Yep.
But I feel like Jim Davis was probably a big fan of Saint Elsewhere then. Just those kind of...
I feel like Jim Davis is an awfully big fan of that paycheck.
Yeah, that's...
Which, I mean, honestly, who wouldn't be? Like, seriously.
He's got to make the huge bucks.
Oh, yeah.
The massive bucks. The biggest
It's just like, I'd sell out.
Yeah. I write my week's worth of Garfield strips when the Keurig is making my morning coffee, and I'm done.
Yeah, people who rail against selling out are people who have never been offered the chance to sell out. But Brood Hollow is also a good thing to talk about this month, and especially because we're definitely coming to a head in this latest book 2 plot.
I like how every time we talk about Brood Hollow, we're coming to a head. Does it stop coming to a head?
It's always
when does it come to a tail?
Well, he updates so infrequently, and
he updates twice a week.
Does he? Yeah. He's been missing updates due to baby related issues. And
it's like I think it was the second to last one was just one large panel, which is fine, but it's like
there's a new one. There's a new one today.
I did see the new one today.
Yeah.
But I missed that one. But I mean that one panel was a
great panel.
As much as I love Chris Straub, he does not stick to his update schedules, and to be even
but
fair,
he's not abandoning it. So
no, he's not. He's also not that guy whose every update is apologizing for not updating more, which I think is one of the most obnoxious things.
Yeah, that drives me nuts.
But
Dead Straub Day.
Yeah. But Chainsaw Suit advertises as updating 5 days a week, and he just doesn't.
No, that is a fabrication.
I think it used to, but
a while back. Before he had other long-running projects.
Yeah, and a child.
It's like I remember stopping reading.
I
remember stopping reading VG Cats when it stopped updating for like months at a time.
Do you know VG Cats still updates?
Does it really?
It does.
Quick aside, what happened to boxer hockey? Is it just gone?
No, I actually found out this week what happened to it.
Yeah?
He didn't want to pay the fee. Boxer hockey is actually back online and updated once. It is a Tumblr page.
Well...
It is a self-contained Tumblr fiefdom.
I'm going to say this simply because you do it to me all the time, but gentle listeners, the shit grin on this man's face when he said Tumblr page.
I burnt my Tumblr page to the ground years ago because I
still keep mine updated. I typically don't put comics on there. It's all extra art.
No, but his is the full archives of the comic, and that's where it's going to be updating.
Yeah. You know, and to be fair, that makes a lot of sense because he was updating like once every 8 months. And really, why keep paying the fee
Oh,
for
no,
the
okay, I see what you mean. I for a second I thought you were saying, like, well, if he puts it on Tumblr, he'll update more frequently.
No,
that's not going to happen.
I'm saying I can understand him not wanting to keep the boxer hockey website up and running because he's not using it. So
yeah,
that makes sense to me.
I mean, his excuse has always been that he works for a living. He
does. You know, fair enough. Same thing with this. Kelly Turnbull has the same.
Is that Quetzalcoatl?
Pardon? You mean Cola Squid or Seal
yes,
Squid?
Seal Squid.
I don't pronounce that in real life usually.
Quetzalcoatl. Sorry. Yes, Manly Guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think she works for Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has really sent out some fingers. It's weird how, like, if you dig a bit, it's weird how many of the webcomic artists that you read, like, have done Adventure Time comics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've got, like, they hire a lot of people.
It's weird.
Like,
It's great, but it's weird.
Casey Green writes the regular show comic.
It just...
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like I said, he has things that he does.
But I remember the guy that did oh god, what was it? It was that show, that web show that ran for a few years, Bonus Stage. I don't know if anyone other than me watched that.
No, I don't know.
Nobody but you watched that.
Not even nobody.
It was a Flash animated series back when those were a thing.
Hey, Newgrounds still
and he was pretty good, and it's just like I recall. Remember that show on Nick, Kappa Mikey? He did the animation for that. Oh, Ryan knows exactly what that is.
Ryan knows every kids show that has occurred since he was a child because Ryan has 5 younger siblings and he still watches a healthy dose of children's television to this very day.
Don't edit.
And he also babysits his younger siblings.
Thank you for providing that explanation because otherwise, Kappa Mikey at your age? Where's your van?
Yeah. It's parked in the driveway.
Just around the corner.
But you look around at the cartoons that Cartoon Network has now, and it's they're hiring young talent.
Time for El News Segmento.
Oh, good.
For the month of October, for our spooky month. Our new segment, 3 Spooky, 5 Me, with a 3, 2 zeros, and a 5.
Too spooky.
What have I told you about doing written jokes on the air?
Do them all the time.
Good.
There you go. So we're gonna be talking about, and then my hit list is going to be incorporating some of this week, but I think we need to talk about some horror movies, specifically is what I want to focus on, but maybe we get some games or comics in there as well. Kind of like to avoid novels since
we already did.
Since we're already doing so many of them, yeah.
I'm the only one who does novels.
We're pretty much done with those now, aren't we?
Yeah, it killed me.
Yeah, I think we need to give that a rest.
Yes.
Pet Sematary was kind of the capstone on that experiment to begin with.
No, yeah, absolutely. So, I've moved on to other things I enjoy.
But we're gonna talk about some horror movies.
Okay.
And I just want to kind of pose the question to everybody.
Halloween 3.
Get out.
Alrighty then.
No, sweet
drink
bitch.
some sweet
drink,
bitch.
You gotta drink
bitch. 2-1. Drink the sweet bitch. Get it out of the barrel.
No, Teddy
Pick
votes.
up inflatable Teddy.
Teddy votes no.
Pick up inflatable
we have
Teddy.
A tie.
You said 2 men have to agree.
Teddy's a man.
Teddy is not a man.
You haven't played Persona. There's a man in there.
No, there's a dude in there.
Well, not right now. There isn't. Pick up inflatable Teddy. Get out the sweet bitch, and drink yourself a good stiff swig of the sweet bitch for saying that Halloween 3 was your favorite one.
Was that the question? I thought we were going to talk about the worst.
I can't get this cork out.
I win.
So we have corkscrew.
No, why would I have a corkscrew?
Teddy, do you have a corkscrew?
Go grab the corkscrew. We'll grab the corkscrew from the kitchen.
Where?
It's in the pause.
God damn it!
This is stupid.
You're drinking the sweet bitch.
This is stupid. I am sick. I'm not making any more of that bullshit. I might just drink cream soda.
Ah, shit.
I am a man. All right, I got the corkscrew. Yeah. I'm doing this. You said you liked Halloween 3.
I didn't know that was the question.
Yeah.
I was just doing the joke I do.
You said Halloween 3, and that is worthy.
That's
just a shtickle.
Okay. Just a shtickle.
Just a shtickle. Just a shtickle.
Put the cork back in.
Nope.
Damn it. Oh, like right now.
Yes.
3 more days to Halloween. Silver Shamrock. Drink that shit.
Christ in heaven.
Anyways, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
It got worse.
Sweet Bitch Adventures.
It got worse.
It's been sitting in a barrel for a week. Of course it got worse.
Wash it out.
So I've started to watch some old favorite horror movies and some newer, crappier horror movies this month of Spooky October. Spooktober. So I'm kind of curious about, because we never really talk about horror movies all that much. I'm kind of curious about you guys. Like, what are your favorite horror movie genres? What do you watch when, like, it's Halloween time for me to watch blank? Do you have a tradition or anything like that? Because I know I do. Because
I've never been a Halloween movie or a horror movie person, like, at all.
Oh. I have some treats for you guys this month then, because I got some good ones.
The closest I ever came to watching a lot of horror movies around Halloween was our sophomore year of college, when AMC was doing the build up to Walking Dead. We just kept AMC on most of the time,
and they had Too Sweet Sweeting on the whole month.
Which is where I saw most of.
I am Donald Pleasance.
Exactly. I mean, that's where I saw the most of the classic ones. Closest thing I could say to having a Halloween tradition, like when I was a kid, is I would watch when I was a kid, and I do mean young here.
Yeah.
I would watch Hocus Pocus every year.
Nice.
also watched Hocus Pocus.
Everyone loves Hocus Pocus.
It's one of them good, bad, bad, good movies.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of horror movies, what do I like? I guess I'd have to go a different direction. What would I like to see more of?
Yeah.
I don't do well with slasher films.
Okay.
And what I mean is I get so bored.
Well, they're very formulaic.
And it has nothing to do with formulaic.
No, it means you just got to watch the best slasher movie, Alien.
Well, look, to my mind, your basic problem in a slasher movie
We
is...
should watch Alien this
Yes,
month.
we should.
It's not a bad thing when characters in movies die, because you should not automatically care when they die just because they are human. You should care because they're likable. And characters are very rarely likable in slasher films. They tend to be very archetypical, and there's no entry point there. So I would like to see more subtle building horror that doesn't rely on pop scares. I don't want to see Paranormal Activity. Yeah. I don't want to see Insidious 2.
You actually kind of do want to see Insidious 2.
All right, but for different reasons.
Yeah, because we loved Insidious 1. Don't lie.
I also like the bad guy design in Insidious 1. I did like the design of the demons. Some very strong colors there. So I don't want to watch slasher. I don't want to watch pop scare. So I don't know what that leaves.
Now, have you seen Alien?
No, I have not.
So that's the thing we're gonna have to do.
There is such a thing as a good slasher movie. The first 2 Halloweens.
I've actually never seen them.
We should watch them. They're very good. I got a couple of. I've got some ideas.
I've
got some ideas here for.
The first one's better than the second one.
I've got some ideas here for theme weeks. Well, they're essentially one big long movie.
Yeah, but there's better characters in the first.
That's
part.
true. But I got some kind of ideas for theme weeks that we can do going forward. That we should, a couple movies that we could maybe pop in at some point. Either watch them together or separately. But like Night of the Living Dead would be a good one to watch.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. Has everybody seen that?
Nope.
You should definitely watch that.
I saw Shaun of the Dead in high school, and I don't remember any of it.
You should watch it again. I have the DVD. It's
it was a double feature.
It's one of my favorites. The first 2 Halloween movies. Alien. I would love to
Alien's
watch.
So good.
And just the Blu-ray for Alien.
I do.
Oh yeah, I thought so.
So just kind of keep that going, and
all of them.
That one's
you want to watch 2 of them.
I tell you, I love an actually really good horror movie. I also love a good B movie, and I'm not talking about #Sharknado stuff here.
Those are C movies.
Yeah, or D. No, but I kicked off my Halloween fest today
with whatever sci-fi was playing.
No, it's one of my, and it's stupid, but one of my favorite B-movie franchises, true B-movie franchises, I feel, of our current generation, Resident Evil. I watched the first Resident Evil. I really liked the first Resident Evil movie, and it's goofy, but I like it. And I watched it today.
How far have you gotten with those films?
I remember watching the first Resident Evil movie like when it was out on VHS because there is some boobs in that movie.
There is?
Yeah. In the first Resident Evil? I'm almost positive.
I must not have been paying very close attention.
Chris.
I must have been like 13 or 14. So it's like, want to see those?
But I watched Resident Evil today.
There's tits and airplane.
I have seen all the Resident Evil movies.
As I understand,
the first one is by far the best.
Yeah, as I understand it, as time went on, they tried to do more and more serious takes on it.
Oh god, it got worse. The second one is watchable. The third one is when it really starts to just be absolutely bumfuck stupid.
I believe that production.
Which one's the one with the shard of glass that hits the dog?
I think that's the second one.
And doesn't it just cuts this dog in half? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, shit, that does happen. They all kind of blend together.
Yeah, I mean they were making a new one, and it was going to be the one they were finally setting in Africa, the one we've all been waiting for.
Oh boy,
no. All production has been ceased because Paul W.S. Anderson and his sexy wife decided to do personal things. I believe she's knocked up again.
Oh well, Mila Jovovich is about as close to an emotionless slab as you can get, which makes her really perfect to play a Resident Evil character. To be fair,
what do you think of it?
Characters that are just meant, and she was an original character in those movies, but characters that are just meant to underreact to the worst kind of apocalyptic viral scenarios. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
I was actually, I think it was back when the Best Friends were doing it. I was watching some videos of RE4, which is widely held to be one of the best.
I own
games.
it, and I've still never played it.
You own my copy.
Yes, I do.
Leon also does that sort of snarky underreacting to everything.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I say, that is so okay in a video game, and I can't
so
stand
bad
it
in a
on
movie.
TV and in movies.
That's what the first one is. The first one has got a little bit of attitude because it's got Michelle Rodriguez in a leading role. But it's just I feel like the Resident Evil movies did a really good job of bringing the feeling of Resident Evil acting onto the big screen.
And they recut that dialogue for remake. Give them credit where
Now,
credit
I've never
shouldn't
actually
have been due.
seen the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, you should.
We could watch one. We
It's
could watch
fun.
Resident Evil.
They're fun. I like them, but
You should just take us to New Hampshire.
they are
with you.
true. They are true B movies. They really are.
All right.
All right. Any games that we want to play for horror? For the
Horror games? Not
I
really.
mean, if you
I need to finish Walking Dead Season 2.
that's less horror. It's more drama.
Yeah. But,
I
I
mean-
mean, zombies, Halloween.
I mean, I
yeah.
can certainly make suggestions. I know
It's a thriller,
horror
right?
games based on like what the
I've
top
got-
tier on YouTube play, but
I've got Metro. I should play that.
I don't know about that.
Metro, which one?
Last Light.
Okay.
The first one.
I mean that's very bleak Russian horror.
Oh, sorry. Last Light is the new one. This is Metro 2033 that I have.
Right.
Whatever the first one is, I don't remember.
No, I mean there's a lot of horror games you can play. You could play any of the things that the best friends played for Shitstorm.
I might play.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, nope. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do it.
No, you could search horror.
Too
on
spooky
Steam.
for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't feel the need to play horror in games. It's just it's not fun for me.
No, me either.
Mostly because I get scared, but I don't think they're good.
I might
scares.
play Resident Evil Revelations again.
You know what you should play though, just because I'd be interested to hear your take is SCP Containment Breach, because you like creepypasta.
I do,
And I think you should play the game that creepypasta spawned.
I've seen the best friends play it. I feel like I would.
Yeah, but the best friends
I
played it
have
like they
played
had
that.
their head in an ice bucket. You
Yeah.
should give it an honest try.
All right. So since we're talking about video games, let's talk about more video games. Ryan, you've been playing Persona 4.
He beat it!
I beat Persona 4.
Now I'm going to shut the fuck up for 10 minutes or so and let you guys talk about Persona, because I don't know what the fuck is going on here, because I am
Teddy.
one of the uninitiated.
So
We do have inflatable Teddy in the
we
studio
do.
now.
But what I want to know, you finished this game.
I did.
You completed a pretty good chunk of that game in terms of completion rate.
I mean, there were definitely I missed I only missed one S link like entirely.
Yeah.
But
Margaret.
no, I got one link. You get one link with Margaret.
Oh
just
right,
keep
you get
dodging.
one automatically.
I missed the tower.
Me
I
too.
never got to the tutoring
Me
tower.
too. But what I want to ask is, I want your overall impression
Of the game as a whole.
Yes.
Good.
Did you fight the secret boss?
Of course.
Okay.
Thanks to Kyle's help.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, I mean, because it's
getting to the secret boss pretty much just keep saying no, I don't want to leave yet.
exactly, and the getting to the secret boss is where it's not the combat aspects of P4. It's the more visual novel aspects of it, and sometimes Japanese games can be really esoteric there. They give you a lot of hints that there's something more to keep pushing for, and then it takes over for you. My overall impressions, this is how I'd put it. It's not my favorite JRPG. It is, without a doubt, the best crafted JRPG I've ever played.
What's your favorite? Xenosaga?
Xenosaga 3. Yeah. And that's got a fair amount of nostalgia blinders on it.
I will never forgive you
for defeating Dark Riddick. That's the one that got its hooks into me deepest. And for listeners who do know what that game is, I've never played Xenoblade. If I did, I'd probably cut off all ties with everyone and just play Xenoblade forever. That's why
I remember when you bought Xenosaga 3.
No, you don't. I was alone. You remember when I bought Xenosaga 1.
Oh, sorry. It was
The only Xenosaga I've seen is the first one.
I remember when you bought Xenosaga 1, and
3 involves time travel.
We took a trip down to the
Is
GameStop.
3 the one where you just go kill God?
Yes.
Okay.
We took a trip down to the GameStop, and Ryan bought Xenosaga 1, and the guy at the counter did a
literal scarf.
He did some scarfing. And he turned to one of his other Game Stoppers, and he's like, "Oh, look who's buying an 80-hour movie." You know.
Excuse me.
He's not wrong.
No, not with Xenosaga 1. But anyway, the
combat system is what you wanted to talk about, and I'm going to remind you of that because you had a lot of things you wanted to talk about. I told you couldn't.
The thing that I love about B4 is the combat is the smartest I think I've ever seen out of a JRPG. Excuse me. Because most JRPGs boil down to, at what point can I just hammer A to do the basic attack because I can just breeze through? And there's no point in P4 where that is the ideal scenario.
Yeah, it's never the dominant strategy. Ever.
Because the one of the basic mechanics is most all enemies have some kind of elemental weakness. Mm-hmm. Now, like in Pokemon, if you hit a fire Pokemon with a water move, it does twice as much damage.
Right.
In Persona, it knocks them flat on their ass.
And does
good damage.
1.5 times or double damage in some cases.
If everyone's knocked flat on their ass, you get to do what's called an all-out attack.
The pile-up, yeah.
Yeah, the pile-up, which does a lot of damage and doesn't really have an elemental affinity, so there's no defenses against it. Mm. So every battle tends to be working towards that pile-on attack. Yep. Which means when
you're solving a puzzle.
Exactly.
Especially toward the end of the game.
Every enemy assortment is a puzzle to be solved quickly, and it's a puzzle that attacks you. Which means you have to be more informed, you have to be more aware in every single battle.
Thank God it keeps track of their weaknesses.
Yeah, and it stops you from just fading out completely.
Give them the bufu.
Gotta hit him with the bufu.
And the reason I say it's well crafted is because the combat is only about a third of the game. Mm-hmm. The rest of it is things like the S-links, the visual novel stuff, the boosting, the out-of-combat stats. But S-links let you get better personas, which let you, build better arsenals for yourself so that all-out attacks are easier. It improves your party members so that all-out attacks can be more effectively gained. Everything informs the combat, which is very smartly put together.
Now, the one thing I wanted to ask you about this, because
everything in that game works toward the combat.
Of course, an ultimate goal, which is well put together.
Here's one thing that I wanted to ask you about this specifically, because we have established before that this will ruin your waifu. But I'm to understand that you attempted to get more than one waifu.
I played P4 Vanilla, for those who are familiar with P4 and P4 the Golden, which is the re-release of the game with updated content. In P4 the Golden, you are only allowed one waifu. In P4 Vanilla, you are allowed to get multiple waifus.
You'll ruin your waifu, though.
No, I was fine.
I'm still here. It's alright. It's cool.
No, I romanced Yukiko and I romanced Rise.
Just a whole stable of moes.
It's such a weird thing, and the anime brings this into better contrast.
I do want to watch the anime.
There's something deeply unsettling at times about the main character of Persona 4 and his interactions with all these other characters.
Yep.
Because he's so blank-faced and just willing to listen, and factoring in the fact that he's the wild card so he can have multiple personas, you realize he's just whatever they need him to be at that one moment.
Yeah. It always comes off to me as just, what if you were playing Pokemon and Red just had a hoe in every area code?
It's kind of it's kind of like that, and it's okay, I guess, because they're in high school and all of those emotions don't actually matter, and there can't be any. There's no such thing as high school emotional trauma. But he's all things to all people, and therefore is nothing himself. Like tiny spoilers. I love to death the final cutscene in Persona 4 because you watch Protag get on the train. And he's leaving in
Come back, Shane.
And all of the characters
not Shane.
All of the characters are running along the platform, like waving and crying, saying, "I love you. We'll never forget you. Distance will never keep us apart." And Protag's face, just his expression says, "They seem nice." Like he doesn't really even smile. He's like, "I wonder who they are." Like,
goodbye, friendly strangers.
Right. Like, what nice townsfolk.
So it seriously is don't go Shane. Name's not Shane, kid.
Yeah, you really do get the sense that the player has a deeper connection than the player character.
Yeah.
And like I said, and the anime brings that out in much better contrast. And to a hilarious extent.
So I'm gonna hit you with some quick questions.
Real quick.
We're ripping off the Best Friends Persona cast because I love this concept.
I haven't seen listened to Persona cast, so I'm going in blind. Go
okay. I haven't seen it either. So
it's the Zio round. It's the lightning round.
Rock and roll.
Zio Runda.
If you lose, you have to drink Sweet Bitch.
First question of the Zio round. Favorite Persona?
Oh God.
3, 2.
That's
now
impossible.
You can go on this either the one you found most useful or the one you just thought was
answer
awesome.
Quick though. This is the lightning round.
We're talking Protag Persona, yeah?
Yes. Or no, you can go in general.
Okay, I would have to say it was Srausha.
Which one's that?
Sraosha is the top tier justice persona, which you unlock by finishing Nanako's S-Link.
Oh, I have not.
Anime!
I have not finished her S-Link.
No, Sraosha is a very, very powerful persona and has automatic physical counter. Like reflect one physical attack.
Embodies the very spirit of glorious Nippon.
Yeah. So
oh my god. See, if I'd answer the question, it'd be like Trumpeter. My god.
No, if you had to ask me again, I'd say Black Frost, just because he carried me through a lot of the mid tier levels. But
all right.
This is the most sluggish lightning round I've ever seen.
Lightning round question 2.
There's 50 answers. Go on.
Yeah. Favorite S-Link.
Oh god, I honestly
Kanji
think I'd have.
die.
No, it's not Kanji, although Kanji's pretty solid. I guess I would
finish him off. I think I got him to 8 or 9.
This is the worst lightning round.
I honestly think out of the ones I finished.
No, this isn't a lightning round. It's a Zio round.
Oh, fuck off.
Out of the one I finished, I think I'd have to say Nanako again.
Really?
Most feels.
Okay. All right. Now, follow-up question. Worst S-Link.
The Fox.
Oh, you didn't like the Fox?
Everybody loves the Fox.
I
love the Fox.
I
haven't played the game and I love the Fox.
I ran into this with. I was one of those few unfortunates, even though I loved them. I played the Battle Network games that they re-released because fuck you, we're not putting out a real Mega Man title. They do side quests the same way, which is to trigger the side quest, you literally have to talk to every single person.
I won't even lie to you. I just looked up what to do.
Yeah, I know.
Pokemon hints. Have you tried going everywhere and talking to everyone?
I did walkthroughs for 2 things. I did walkthroughs for the box lunches because fuck you.
Yep.
And I did walkthroughs for Naoto's S-Link because I did not have time. But no, Fox was the worst one. I didn't finish it.
I did. You have to look it up. I mean, the thing is,
it's fishing. I don't want to do it. Next question.
Was that my last one?
I don't know. Was it?
I'll hit you up with 2 more. Who was your favorite character in the game?
Favorite character in the game, Kanji.
All right.
Yeah.
Favorite boss.
Oh God. Shit.
Dark Teddy.
Shadow Teddy's awesome.
Oh, sorry, Shadow Teddy. Yeah.
Shadow Teddy is pretty rad. I think I would have to say it's not. What's the boss right before? No, you know what? I actually really liked Naratame.
Really,
he's just such a freaky persona.
Yeah, it is.
And it's such a nice hint because I killed Namatame before I reloaded.
That's right. Before I
reloaded my save and unfucked myself. But Namate's Naratame, whatever the fuck his name is, his persona is this big. He looks like a gray, like one of those Roswell aliens in a toga with like giant peace signs everywhere
and a huge fucking halo.
And it's like, I'm not the final boss. There's peace signs fucking everywhere. Stop hitting me with Bufu.
Please don't. Please no more Bufu.
I think it's the end of the lighting.
For those of you who enjoyed, who have played and enjoyed Persona, you probably enjoyed that segment very much. For those of you who haven't played Persona,
you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Never going to listen to this podcast.
That's all right. There's probably some of our listeners who don't watch wrestling.
Brief overview of Ultimax. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I haven't played it yet, and we're also running out of time. But you guys played it. You obviously liked it.
Yeah.
We'll wait to do a full rundown.
We got
after
inflated
you
Teddy.
Play it.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
It did have the inflatable Teddy pre-order bonus, and it came with the 10 major arcana tarot cards.
Is he here to live in the Hell Darkness studio? Or
for now,
for the foreseeable future.
He's gonna hold guard over the sweet bitch.
I mean, I've got the one point I want to make on Ultimax, but if you want to hold it off until we talk about it for realsies, we can hang on.
I mean, is it a point that you can bring across in less than a minute?
No.
Then we will wait.
Okay.
But a significant step up from Persona 4 Arena, yes or no?
No, because Persona 4 Arena was really
like
solid.
The same game.
It makes the game new again, I would say. There's a lot of new characters, and the characters who were there have almost all been touched up in some capacity.
Interesting. Yep. That's cool.
It feels more like an Arxis game, if that makes sense to our listeners. A lot more meters.
There's so many. Oh my god, Junpei's meter.
Don't play BlazBlue, guys. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
We're gonna have to talk about Junpei's meter.
We're gonna have to talk about Junpei's weird meter.
Friends don't let friends play BlazBlue.
Yeah. For all I know, the new BlazBlue's okay.
Don't care. Smash Brothers.
I'm about to go silent for 10 minutes. Pep. Go on. I'm told you.
No, we're not going to talk about it now.
No. Tell us about how you main Duck Hunt Dog.
Duck Hunt Dog is pretty sweet.
Tell us about how you broke your 3DS wave dash.
That is fantastic.
I fucking love that. That's
you want to
happening.
tell our listeners what I'm talking about?
Sure. Apparently, the 3DS version of Smash Brothers is
fun.
And you know, who's the guy, the developer?
Sakurai
has always said that he does not want this to be a fighting game. This is a party game.
Yep.
And
pissing off the FGC to no end.
He hates so much how the FGC has adopted
and basically taking it and
Melee.
making it something it's
right.
not.
It's not a fighting game. So this is the best thing, and I can't help but think that Sakurai is quietly smiling to himself if he didn't plan
Probably
this
not
from
even
the start
quietly.
to begin with.
He's loudly smiling.
Professional or fight game type Smash players that are trying to pull bullshit and do things like wave dashing are breaking the hardware on their 3DSs.
They're just
wave
snapping
dashing.
that fucking
snapping the
analog
control
note.
stick right out, and that's fantastic. No, Kyle and I both have this.
Sakurai loves it.
He's loving it.
He's just smiling at the top of his lungs.
Kyle and I both got this, and we've been having a blast with it.
Oh yeah, I've been putting
The local multiplayer is really good.
The online
Is but it's
you get
better
some
than it could
stuttering,
be.
you get a little lag, but it's not unplayable.
This seems to me to be the definition of game you want in your pocket.
Yeah.
Because these games are local multiplayer, drop in, drop out, 5 minutes tops to play a game. And honestly, to my mind, if you're playing Smash, you can play 1 round, you can play 5 rounds, and kind of get the same amount out of it. It's just a question of how much time you got to kill.
Well, this is what I was saying to Chips, was that it's like, it's Smash, it is in my pocket, those are the things I wanted out of this game, and it delivered. The one thing that I am thinking is single-player content still seems a little bite-sized.
A little bit, but
compared
it's not...
to Brawl, or
compared to Brawl or Melee, like there are fewer challenges and trophies than.
Although, have you gotten the second screen yet?
I have not gotten the second screen yet. I do know there is a second screen now, but I still even then I still feel like there are fewer challenges than there used to be.
Yeah,
I could be misremembering what was in Melee and Brawl.
No, what's weird though? I'm also finding that
Brawl was Moonlight Emissary or whatever the.
There is no
Emissary.
campaign like that, and Subspace Emissary.
Subspace Emissary.
Right. And there is no campaign like that, and quite frankly, no great loss.
Subspace Emissary wasn't that.
It was not great. It was meandering.
It was fine. I mean, it was fine. I guess something to do, but it's just like
I feel like there was too much content locked in it.
The content is definitely easier to unlock in this game. My prime example being, there are unlock conditions for all the secret characters, and the alternate unlock condition is always play this many Smash
I'm pretty
battles.
sure it's always been like that.
It has
in every Smash.
No, it has always been like that.
Obscene.
No, it's always been like that. But for example, in Super Smash Brothers, I can't remember if it was Melee or Brawl. I think it was Melee. You had to play 1,000 melees to unlock Mr. Game & Watch. It's 100 now.
Yeah, because that's no great prize.
Sorry,
sorry, but
careful.
Not sorry to all the
Chips,
Game & Watch players.
Chips fucking loves playing Game & Watch.
That's all right. Chips has a lot of sins to his name.
The difficulty of unlocking secret characters has been reduced by a factor of 10. Essentially, is what it comes down to.
I didn't find it that hard in the originals anyway.
For my own purposes, are there secret characters that aren't on the website, or if I go on their...
No, they're all there.
Okay. So there's no surprises.
There's no surprise.
Give me an example of a secret character.
I hope the Wii U version has a few surprises.
The secret characters that I've unlocked so far, Dr. Mario, Wario, Mr. Game & Watch, Lucina, Ganondorf, Ness, Falco.
Which one's Lucina?
Girl Marth.
Right.
I feel like there's a couple others. I can't remember.
I don't want Lucina. I want Liz.
I haven't unlocked them all. You mean Lynn?
Lynn.
Sorry. Lynn is...
She's still
an assist trophy.
She's still an assist trophy.
Is Lynn from Liz? I feel like she might be. Doesn't matter.
But I've unlocked... I think I've unlocked all secret characters but 2. I've unlocked Game & Watch as well. I think Bowser Jr.
Oh, man, there's like 2 unlocks.
There are 2 that I'm still missing, and I can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
But,
I'm seriously flashing back to Smash Bros. 64, where who the fuck cared about Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff is one. Jigglypuff is one of the ones I haven't unlocked yet.
Really, I got Jigglypuff.
You just want Captain Falcon and Ness.
It is the most. I feel like it is the most robust roster. Oh, it's definitely the most robust roster. I also feel like all the choices that were made in the roster I actually like. I know there are some people that didn't care. I think Dr. Mario is a better Mario than Mario is.
Yeah, I agree.
Mario's classic down B. So there's that. But Kyle, If you got anything to say about
Well,
Smash,
yeah,
Brothers,
guys. You know one thing I've noticed though? I don't like that many of the stages.
Really? No, I was saying the same thing last night.
Yeah.
Corneria or
No, like Mega Man 2 stage is fine. I wish you could turn Yellow Devil off.
Yeah, me too. The new stages,
some of them are fine,
but they're just fine. There's
I like the F-Zero one, the 3-platform.
Yeah, that's
F-Zero
fun.
one's fun.
Well, I mean, I would point out that people like Maximilian Dude, who you also watch, Kyle, he was making comments about possible Smash DLC, and one of the things they were saying was we would much rather see the new characters, like, bring back some of the stages from Melee and Brawl.
Yeah.
The question I have to ask the two of you, because it was the major complaint that came out of the PAX build, it was the major complaint that came out of
Before you ask your question, the one cool thing you can do is, Kyle showed me this, you can press X on any stage.
And it just turns it into Final Destination with that theme.
which still didn't satisfy the FGC.
Well, fuck them.
Nothing satisfies the FGC.
It's
Anyway,
true.
My point being, major complaint was that the gameplay felt too slow. That it felt like all of your moves were, to put it in fight game terms, insanely punishable. Like you never felt safe doing a move. I've heard that was fixed. I'm curious to see if you guys, only having played the retail build,
I'm thinking to
noticed
myself,
that at all.
Here's the thing: most of the time when I play Smash, I main Ike, and it's like his moves are already punishable as hell.
I play Samus, and she's actually a hell of a lot faster than she was in Brawl.
Oh my god,
so.
yeah, they totally retooled.
Is she tight
Samus.
though? Like, does she control well?
No,
Yes.
yeah.
It's
no,
not like
Samus
Brawl
is way
because
better.
in Brawl, Samus was like a tank.
Yeah.
And they brought back that it's just like, no, this is a quicker character.
Yeah, and what in Melee, not Melee, I never really played Melee, but in Brawl I mained Lucario, who's floaty as all hell, so
Lucario's
I never
bad.
noticed that stuff.
It's Smash Brothers, so who cares?
It's definitely Smash Brothers.
But yeah, and the other thing is that I'm bad enough at fighting games that I'm being punished all the time without realizing it, so I'm not a good person to ask that question to.
Yeah, it was a question of like the tightness of the game design. I've heard that it was improved, but the fact that you guys aren't seeing anything, and I consider us to be the core demo for Smash.
I would say you're probably right.
People who say things like, I don't want to play it in tourneys, I don't even really want to play it just one-on-one.
We're the ones that say, what the fuck do you mean turn items off? Fuck off.
Yeah, really.
Items are one of the best parts of Smash.
Yeah.
Man, if I could turn items off in Mario Kart, man, I'd do it in a second.
You can, actually.
Really?
Why?
In the new one, you can turn items off, I'm pretty sure.
It's just... I'm so glad if eight people bitch loud enough, changes are made.
It's that time again.
I'm glad you're putting the cork in.
The cork, the sweet bitch. It's time to run down the hit list.
Oh. Okay.
And wrap things up. Get that cork in the sweet bitch. All right.
So he'll be trying anal this week. No.
Yeah. And every week until I get it right.
That's terrifying. Ryan,
we'll let you go first.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Because I hate you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right before coming here, I started up. I finally cracked open my 3DS, which listeners will remember I picked up a couple of weeks back. And the game I decided to start with is Shin Megami Tensei, which is Persona is like a spin-off series of SMT. Devil Survivor Overclocked, which is a 3DS re-release of a 2009 DS game.
Endless Requiem.
Pretty much
for nothing.
I vividly remember playing like an hour of the DS game. I don't remember what happened, why I wasn't able to finish it, but I remember it having a really solid hook. And I got far enough into the intro content that I remembered what the hook was. And the idea of the game is it's like Persona. It's on a ticking time clock. It's 1 week, and all your actions take up about a half an hour, like as you go along the map. The hook is that with the advent of the internet, humanity has either reversed or duplicated the Tower of Babel. They have achieved international communication, and God has seen the internet and has decided to smite them down once again, just as he did in ancient times.
That's
a solid hook! That's
that.
why I picked up the game as soon as I saw they made a re-release. So I'll be playing that over the course of the week. I'm very much looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a really good one. In terms of what I'll be reading, that's why I pulled up my phone. I wanted to get the information. I went back to my bookshelf because about 4 or 5 months back, I went on a trade paperback purchasing spree and never ended up reading half the stuff I bought. So I'll be going back and rereading the first volume and reading the second volume of a not Saga.
No, I just remember what my third.
All right, we'll come back to you in a second. Oh, Fables, right?
It's Fables.
Anyway, of a comic called Bedlam. Bedlam is written by Nick Spencer and it's illustrated by Ryan Brown, I believe.
Cool.
And the pitch I can give you for Bedlam, and it's why I picked it up, is what if the Joker went through the shock treatment in A Clockwork Orange?
Oh.
And the idea being that he is then surreptitiously let loose in the city he once terrorized as the villain Matter Red, and he has to try and do good as clear as he can think of it.
Interesting.
So I'll be interested. It's got a very stark black, white, and red, like almost Sin City, very sketchy art style. I like it. In terms of watch, I'm taking advantage of my Amazon Prime instant video privileges, which you both now have.
We both have them. Yeah.
Some of our listeners may have heard of this. You guys may have heard of it. I'd never heard of it, but I was sick as a dog on Sunday, so I had time to watch shit. It was a 2003 to 2005 HBO series called Carnival. Ever heard of it?
I've heard of it. No. I know nothing about it.
Carnival.
You know what's on?
I've heard the title.
Instant video.
What is that?
Deadwood.
No.
Cocksucker.
No. Carnival.
I kind of want to watch Deadwood.
Cocksucker.
Continue.
Cocksucker.
Carnival is like early 2000s Ron D. Moore.
Yeah.
I liked Battleship Galactica.
Battleship Galactabase.
Sorry. I liked Battlestar Galactica. I liked late season. I liked all of DS9, but I did like his work in DS9.
Battleship Down Base Galactamans.
Basic premise is the two main characters are the guy who played John Connor in Terminator 3.
John Connor.
And the guy who played the villain in Highlander 1.
Oh god, the fucking Kurgan.
Yeah, he
plays
it.
So that's why you asked me who the Highlander 1 villain was.
No, he plays a priest. It takes place in 1936 during the Dust Bowl years, and the guy John Connor gets picked up by this traveling carnival, which is led by the little person from the Red Room in Twin Peaks.
No shit.
No,
awesome.
He's is it Marty McPhillip? I think I might be butchering
that. Sounds like it could be a thing, but anyway, I don't remember.
He's doing really solid. It is a setting I've only had a little bit of experience with, and it's the traveling carnival. They do have a freak show. It makes up most of the cast.
That's going to be the 4th season of
American Horror Story. I was very interested to see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be checking that out. There's a blind French seer who's easily my favorite character.
Because of course he fucking is.
There's a catatonic woman and her hot young daughter who do tarot card readings. There's a snake man. There's a strong man, and it's a really solid, very Ron D. Moore kind of setting. I'm 2 episodes in. The first season's up on Amazon Prime Instant. I'm going to be watching the whole first season this week. Yeah. I had a great time with it.
My hit list for this week, I'm going to be finishing my Metal Gear Solid. I'm also going to be finishing up the 30-day drawing challenge this week. And like I said, we're going to try to incorporate maybe a weekly drawing challenge into the Health to Breakfast show. But we'll get that started next week after I finish this 30-day nonsense.
Maybe there'll be horror-related drawings.
Maybe. We got the dub of Psychopaths, you told me, is available now. So
dub of Psychopaths has been available for a while.
Well, I'm going to watch it anyways.
Real quick for listeners, Psychopaths... Oh, no. Psychopaths, good anime?
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to go into it. I'll let you do it.
No, don't go. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to watch it.
Psychopaths, good anime. 22 episodes. Subs available. Dubs available. You don't want to do either of that. They released something called Psychopaths, the new edit. It's 11 episodes. Very good. 2nd season comes out this month. Check it out.
So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be watching some more horror films. I think I'm going to watch Shaun of the Dead this week, if you guys maybe wanted to get in on that.
Is that a horror film?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think you're cheating.
Yeah, maybe.
Right,
but it's Halloween worthy. Mm-hmm. But I'm also going to be looking for other things on the Netflix and whatnot. I'm going to be revisiting some old favorites. But I think I'm going to start with some zombie movies. So I'm going to do some Shaun of the Dead, maybe Night of the Living Dead, maybe Dawn of the Dead, the old one and the one with Ving Rhames and the shotgun.
World War Z is going to be on his viewing list.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen it. I do not care to see it again.
Have you really?
Yes.
That's a damn shame.
My dad and I went to go see it. We were
bored,
yeah. And my third thing... Oh, I'm going to finish Fables. That's what it was. I had started reading.
What was your third thing from last week?
No, I had started the... That was first remember my last thing. My thing from last week was I was going to read the first 3 volumes of Fables. Through lethargy and forgetfulness, I only managed to get through 1.5. So
you're going to finish finishing Fables.
Yeah, finishing Fables. So I keep going on that. So that's my hit list.
Cool. Okay.
I'm the only one left, aren't I?
Yeah, you're going to have to talk now.
All right, well, no. I never come up with one of these. I never planned.
You
this
can
shit
watch
out.
Shaun of the Dead.
Well, when I'm going to watch. I think I'm going to finish Twin Peaks.
Oh, awesome!
That's solid.
I want to do that.
I can't wait to talk about Twin Peaks. I would love to watch Twin Peaks again. So I'm gonna start doing that.
Are you going to put yourself through Firewalker?
Oh yeah, Fire Walk with Me.
Fire Walk with Me?
Fire Walk with Me.
Sure, I don't know what that is. But
It's
Fire
the
Walk-
movie they made instead of a third season.
Oh, okay.
It's also a recurring line throughout the series.
Okay. My play. You know, I've got Brawl. I'm still on Destiny.
The hit list does not need to be replay watch.
No, that's just
I
what
know. But what I think I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'll pick. I might pick it up this week.
Yeah.
I got a text from my roommate 2 nights ago. I think it was my old roommate from college.
Yeah.
And he's just like, dude, get Hyrule Warriors
He's
now.
like, I'm getting into
Really?
anal.
Yeah.
You got to be there too.
No, don't try.
And I'm just like, really? And he's just like, dude, I'm already off Smash. And I'm like,
I feel like that might be the one entry point into that Dynasty Warriors genre. The Muso. That's what the genre is actually.
I mean, I've played old Dynasty Warriors games.
Yeah, I think you have the Gundam Fighters one.
No, Josh does. He brought it over.
Josh has the Gundam Fighters.
I won't be buying it anytime soon, but I'll.
I don't know if I'll buy. I might wait for a price drop, but if midway through this week I'm just like I'm bored, it might happen.
All right, so what's your third, or was that your second? Or was that,
that was my second. I don't have a fucking third.
Pick a horror movie that you're gonna watch. If you want, we could get together this week. Watch Alien.
We should watch
I
Alien.
could
We should watch
save you.
Alien. All right, let's say that.
I saved him
let's
from
make,
himself.
Let's make it Alien because Alien's super good.
But seriously, start putting together a hit list.
Nah.
Fuck off.
This segment needs your help.
No, I'll keep saving him.
Oh man! All right,
I am Akira.
We're gonna drink. Yeah, we're gonna be Akira. We got 5 minutes till wrestling.
Oh, do it.
We're gonna drink some hard cider and watch some wrestling. I got
Fucking
Jack
do it.
Daniels too. If you want to drink
Oh,
some.
nice.
I already feel better. So,
All right.
Oh, we gotta watch the new Botchamania. We'll do it during
We
the commercial.
do have
break.
to watch the new Botchamania.
and none of that is for you, listeners.
Stay spooky, and we'll see you next week.
Too spooky.
Do the theme music myself now. Oh dear.
Forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh.